So imagine if we are selling 1 kilogram of eggplant for say 500, because in supermarkets you get it for about 700, 800 francs. Now you can say, well, if you are selling each gram for 500 francs, we might be looking at about 2 million per harvest. But now let's just consider that for error's sake, we might not get up to 4 tons. Let's say we get 3 tons. So that's 1.5 million you're making per harvest. And now you can make 3 harvests in 1 year. That gives us about 4.5 million in terms of return on investment for a full year. But of course, the greenhouse has certain charges. There is the cost of the greenhouse, which we can value at about 2 million. Or let's just say, to be more precise, 1,650,000, because that is one of the packages we are offering at the moment. And the overhead, which is about, let's just say if you're paying someone 70,000 francs per month, times 12, that's 840,000. Now you have 840,000 in terms of salaries, and the cost of managing the greenhouse in terms of inputs, fertilizers, water, and all of that, you round it up to about 100,000. Now that gives us about 1.2 million in 1 year. So 1.2 million plus 840,000 for salaries, that gives us about 2,040,000. And 2,040,000 now, if you look at it, you sold for 4.5 million minus 2,040,000, you're left with 2,460,000. In the 2,460,000, if you take out 1,650,000, which is the cost of the greenhouse, now you're left with 810,000. Now that is your profit margin for year 1. Now year 2 becomes even more interesting, because in year 2, all you have is the overhead, which is salaries and all utilities you might have used. You no longer have to pay for the greenhouse. In year 1, the greenhouse has paid for itself already. Now in year 2, the only charges you would incur would be 2,040,000, which is the cost of running the greenhouse and the salary. Now you're left with 2,460,000 from year 2, and that can go on for the next 10 years, because the greenhouse is made of 3 elements: galvanized pipes, greenhouse plastics, and greenhouse nets, and that can last you for close to 10 years. Now imagine that after year 1 you make a return on your investment, and now for the remainder years you now make a profit. Won't you go in for it?